Okay. Let's see if I can do this without cussing anyone out. Um, so I'm listening to this biased blah 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 blah, and we go back and forth. You did this. No, you did that. It's your fault. No, it's your fault. It's everybody's damn fault. Okay. All right. So so-called black man. I can't. Wow. Wow. Okay. So he says it's basically the single black woman's fault. Based off how she raised you as to why he does what he does, and and he allows abuse. Okay, because that is the reality. Am I saying all? No, of course not. However, denying the molestations that happen, the rapings that happen, the gang rapes that happen. Oh, excuse me. I think many call that running a train, and somehow have managed to perpetuate that the woman, the black young woman, teen woman, asked for this. She's the one who initiated this. She said, "You know what? Why don't you and all your black male friends run a train on me? And yeah, pressure us into sex, and always focus on our body parts, and the music industry and the media and the music that you like, and yeah, and let's just blame it all on the black woman." Well, my scenario is very different, being that one, I'm a so-called mixed breed, okay, all right, and my black male sperm donor had a deep and loyal I've never ever seen him pursue a darker skinned woman at all. Okay? Never seen it. All of his conquests, including my mother to his second wife, on to the third, were all okay. So, I mean, it's honestly, quite frankly, I don't have an issue with so-called mixing, whatever. People do whatever the hell you want to do. Not my concern. And in my situation, I didn't bring any males into this world. Okay, I didn't bring any. Okay, so I don't fit that mold. And even if I did, I would still say that resorting to targeting your sisters as sexual objects, and refusing to take responsibility for the criminal behavior that was either done by, or supported by, or that you were witness to and knew of, and still refused to take responsibility, initiative to do anything about it in defense of that. Furthermore, I do hear how your mothers are being brought up. Where were your fathers? Because in my situation, the shell of the male was there. However, he allowed the abuse to go on. His relationship or lack thereof with a sadist Caucasian woman who was very abusive and abused me for years and groomed my so-called siblings as well as her own mixed breed children to use me as the scapegoat. So yeah, I mean, and then this other, it's wow. And never have I ever said, actually, it's actually so backwards. This is so backwards. What I'm hearing is this, not from everyone, of course, but I hear this about something about how we want a white knight, want a white man to come save us or something. Not at all. Actually, I've been doing marvelously being single. And I have no desire to be with any so-called male or man or just I've thrown all of that away. Any such thing, any false thing as a relationship. I mean, you successfully, yeah, you want to talk about self-esteem. No, my self-esteem has been great since I've removed myself out of the equation of abuse and traumatic situations, of being stolen from, of being robbed in the alley. And you want to talk about how black women are the highest for STDs. This is a lie. This is a lie, but that's fine. It doesn't matter to me one bit. It was socially engineered, the hypersexualization of you and of us, females. And some are still caught up in that. I removed myself. I care not. And this thing about the hair and wigs and stuff, who cares? Who cares? Go be with whoever you want to be with. We, quite frankly, I don't care. I really don't know why you're even talking about any of this. We don't care. As for the ones who are still looking for you, go get them. Who are you trying to convince? We don't care. I don't want no man. I don't need a man to write out the rest of the sentence. Okay? We don't want any of that. I don't want any of it. Don't care. And no, I've never once said, "Oh, the white man is better than you." And I'm just waiting on him to come save me. Not fucking at all. Oh, I said I wasn't gonna cuss. Not at all. I don't care. I don't need anyone to come save me. It was a nice little wishful thinking, but I don't care no more. And the reasons, because when it mattered, no one was there. And talk about how we're the least desired group. Okay, so what's your point? Oh yeah, and then how the black female has to being strong is not a turn on for someone. Well, why does she have to be strong? Because the males and men don't defend her or protect her. She's the least protected, so she had to kick ass for herself, defend herself. I mean, hell, you're being abused. You're in an environment where where folks can get away with rape and the gaslighting. manipulation and all that, and just tearing down people's spirits and esteem. And you did a you've done a better job than any so-called supremacist could ever do. You've made good money. I mean, you've done your raps. I mean, all of you guys' little rap battles and stuff, and the back and forths and all that crap, and the video vixen and strippers and blah 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 and all this and that. And you're concerned about somebody's hair? Well, again, my mother. I did not grow up in the actually my dysfunctional grooming was not with a so-called black woman, okay? So that's one. And then for two, about the nappy hair. Are you kidding me? No, it's done. It's done. It's a reverse psychology of why are you doing your hair like that? You're not white. What do you think? You're a white girl? This is coming out of a so-called European female's mouth. So, I mean, as far as good hair and bad hair, all right, whatever. I've heard it. I've heard it a few times. But, I mean, who really gives a fuck? We don't want you. Collectively, we don't. There may be still some who still have faith in you. I quite frankly don't care for a man at all. You know, I just don't desire it. I don't care. And you can blame all you want. Us females were raised a different type of way also. And if that was the experience for you, that your mothers, I guess, trained you or groomed you to feel inferior in comparison to white men, I can't agree or disagree, because, like I said, my grooming experience was different than that. It wasn't. I didn't go through that process. So I'm not going to really comment on that. Other than this, is that I hear what you're saying, and it may be a legitimate, complaint or whatever. However, I also don't hear anything about where's your father then? If your mother taught you that, well, where was your father? Okay? Because my sperm donor was not a thug. He wasn't like some gangster, He wasn't none of that. He worked. He was educated, went to school, grand, all that. So, but I guess he likes what he likes, which is abuse, and he likes to be with women who abuse his children. Okay, and was a witness of it and allowed it. Okay, and yeah, I don't know. It still does not make it acceptable for the pimping, the kidnapping, the domestic violence, the theft, sodomy. These are several. What I'm stating to you are not things that happened when I was young. These are still happening today. And it still happens to me. That's why I don't really move and navigate around. There's nothing really out there. If I'm not out in the so-called society, trying to make some false, whatever, to get by, because quite frankly, I'm not here to get rich. Really don't give a shit about none of that. I said I was going to not cuss, but really don't care. It's just meaningless. I'm just, doing my serving my sentence. I'm serving my sentence and just writing this one out. Really, I just don't see the need to go on and bash and then make up false allegations about my sisters like this. Okay? Even that book that you love to read and just spew out all this stuff, like, were you there? Were you there? No. But I know what she went through, because I experienced that too. And if you're going to sit here and lie and say that she's the main reason and cause as to why many of you are predators. Okay, and put people on pedestals. And you want to sit here and say something about we're better. We're better. Look, it's not a matter. It's not even a matter of what we think on a scale, and it's not even a matter of physical attributes. See, you, your eyes. Okay, and whatever. She has to protect herself. She's had to protect herself. Abuse has been normalized for her, and the abuse that happens to you, yes, it happens to you. And you can debate that with your fathers. With your fathers. There's no debating here. I know that the abuse happens on a large scale to my sisters. I know it does because I was a part of it. I was a part of it. Getting beaten up by y'all, kidnapped by y'all, doing time. We get the so-called book thrown at us. And oftentimes it's the black male perpetuating these crimes against us. You ain't never gonna hear me say the white man is better than you, and I'm waiting on my white knight to come save me. I know. Bye. I don't want. Thank you. No. Okay. I'd rather serve my sentence than to give into the fake. All that is garbage now. That dream's gone, long gone for me. And I don't say that in a depressed, with a depressed tone, as if, oh, whatever. I just, quite frankly, it's whatever. Who cares? Go be with her. Go be with whoever you want to be with. In the meantime, work on yourself. Just like how we over here working on ourselves. Leave my sister out of it. If you're not going to go ahead and take up your responsibility for the abuse, whether you are a witness to it, adversary of it, or the one perpetuating it, leave her out of it. Fix yourself. Go heal. Go heal yourself. Talking about her and blaming everything on your mothers and on my sisters is not going to make it. What is your point? What is your point in bashing her and belittling her? And you're going to sit here and say that the media and that music, that garbage filth that y'all come up with and listen to and bought into, watch on the TVs, you mean to tell me that those weren't direct attacks at my sisters and your mothers? Are you going to blame your mother? Well, if you're going to blame her, then you also need to go ahead and hold that one accountable too. And then you have to take accountability of your own life. Leave my sister out of it. I mean, yes, we did a lot of things that we knew was wrong. Starting with silencing ourselves. Okay? Being quiet when we should have spoken out. Another thing is letting the abuse go on the way that it went on. Going along with it, trying to be down for the cause, taking one for the team, doing whorish ass shit, assuming and unfortunately just ignorantly, okay? But that came with the destruction of our esteem, if there was ever such a thing. Broke the confidence, broke her esteem, so she's got no confidence in herself. She has no sense of self or identity, and that came based off of her lack of guidance, and then, being influenced by the media, propaganda, pictures of, and you walk down the street, you look at all these companies and establishments and the images, and it's what do you mean as far as assimilation? What? It doesn't matter. Who cares how she wants to do her hair? And you want to say that, who came out with the good hair and the bad hair? Who cares? Talk about silky smooth hair. Who cares? Who cares? We don't care. I don't care. None of your concern. Go be with whoever you choose to be with. Why is her being with whoever she so chooses to be with any of your concern? You made your choice. deal with it and go on about your business. But what you're not going to do is disrespect these mothers out here who had to do it alone. And I commend them. That is freaking difficult. She can't teach you how to be a man. She's a woman. Okay? Why aren't you holding your father, your sperm donor, accountable? Or the lack thereof? Okay? You're going to sit here and spew this story and say it and blame it on your mother. She brought you here. She may not have been all this and that, but she brought you here. She could have tore you up, left you somewhere. You're not going to talk about her this way unless you went through some severe abuse. I mean, and verbal abuse too. But if you're going to sit here and say that, oh, your mother told you that you're less, that the white man's better than you, I highly doubt that. I highly doubt it. That don't even sound right. It don't sound right at all. And quite frankly, what I seen oftentimes was how the males in these families oftentimes were given much too much freedoms. Wasn't held accountable. He was catered to. And the females had to clean the house and had to, be ladylike and cook the food and serve. That was our groom. That was my grooming, basically, is that I'm an indentured servant. And the boys are not supposed to do that. The boys are supposed to, whatever, go play a sport, and they're allowed to date, and they're allowed to have girlfriends. But we females, we're told we're fast, but yet we hear all this music. So it became conflicting as to which role. Okay, am I supposed to be the good girl, bad girl? And quite frankly, like I said, once I evolved out of that and forgiven myself and just, it is what it is. Yeah, it was not, I didn't deserve that. And perhaps many of you males went through some crazy, and abusive and very dehumanizing scenarios, and were raised in dysfunction. No doubt. However, what you're not going to do is make excuses as to why my sisters are being abused. I don't care if she's the least desirable, why is she getting raped? If she's the least desirable, why are y'all stealing from us and from her? Why are you taking things from her? Why are you leeching off of her, driving her car? Huh? Sabotaging her stuff, beating us up, beating her up. Your own mothers, okay? Your mother cannot teach you how to be a man. Take accountability for your own life. And stop blaming everything on your freaking mother. Unless she was really out there. Because I didn't get to really be raised by my mother. I had to be raised by and that was the sperm donor's fetish. That's the put on a pedestal. And we're talking about, as far as superiority, we're talking about the fact that we've had to hold down jobs, try and get transportation, have been cut in and cut out, been denied and left and right, been raped, gang raped, went to jail, been to prison, been robbed, sodomized, family molestations, years of suppression, garbage religions, garbage indoctrination, constant attacks of imagery, and this whole and you want to say and have the audacity to say something about the essence of beauty or something or whatever, however say, oh, she's not the whatever. No, none, man. Because you're going based off of face value. You fell in love with an image. That's called idolatry, according to your religions that y'all half-heartedly follow. I don't care if you're so-called a Muslim, Islam, Christian, Catholic, Lutheran, yada yada, Jehovah Witnesses, bear false witnesses. Doesn't matter much to me. I've let all that stuff go. I've let go of the the false goal of being married, of having a boyfriend, of having a steady relationship, and getting that 2-story house right in the cul-de-sac with my husband, and we're just so successful. I've let all that stuff go because, quite frankly, it just wow. Okay, wow. And I know I don't aspire to be a rapper. I don't know if it may sound kind of like a cop-out or just letting it down so easily. Let it down easily. Like, yeah, okay. Perhaps, yeah. Harvesting, nature, learn, build, do whatever while serving the rest of my sentence as far as self-sufficiency was concerned. Okay. So, let it be. Stay where you're at. Leave my sisters out of it. I'm done hearing about this. Still doesn't give you an excuse as to why the abuse is being done by you. Stop. I don't even know why you keep bringing up this whole white knight savior bullshit. We don't say that. We know damn well that ain't nobody coming to save us. We have to save ourselves. Hence why she is happy to portray this masculine. Because your fathers, your sperm donors, your daddies weren't there. But yet you can blame her. And then say, oh, being manly is not a turn on. Well, no shit. But if she has to take care of you and herself, she's trying her best. And you should, the fact that you can't see that. Okay? Be grateful. Be freaking grateful. I wish I had been able to have that. I really do. She's an awesome woman. A lot of them. A lot of your mothers are great women. And you don't give her no goddamn credit for a damn thing. All you do is blame her. Okay? It's just toxic for all of us. Yes, we've done many things. We've allowed many things. And we're guilty of allowing this abuse to go on the way it did. And also for covering for you. Okay? Covering for you so many times. Never telling. Keeping it in. Keeping it to ourselves. Okay? Instead of saying it right then and there, this is wrong, and y'all need to stop. Okay? Because plenty of times, you want to talk about, we have a bad status as far as our sexuality. How many times when I was still a minor, 13, 14, 15, grown black men, and even after I told them my age, they're still trying to be predators and screw. So I'm not trying to hear this crap. Okay? Yes, we're guilty of allowing abuse and not standing up for ourselves and going along with scandalous behavior to appease you. And them days is done. Now continue on with what you want. Continue with her and do what you do. You're serving our sentences. I'm speaking for myself then. Serving my sentence. No, I'll be just fine. That's fine. Go ahead. You don't need our validation, but you're not going to sit up here and talk this and that about my sisters and your mothers. Okay? Wow.